G'day guys, welcome to Rumbles Fish Room. So today I'm going to work on the planted tank. A fellow subscriber, he actually goes way back before I was even on YouTube. He followed me on Facebook. Had a lot to do with him. I'm not going to mention names. I'm just going to say somebody gave me a load of plants. I'll grab my phone in a minute and I'll actually tell you the plant names because I don't know plants, in case you haven't noticed. I don't know how well these plants are going to go in my tank. And also, I'm going to do a couple of little things like clean out the CO2 indicator. And the problem with this, because my light has so much red in it, it's really hard to read. So I need like a white card to drop down behind it and read it. But I haven't really monitored the CO2 for a while. It's had liquid in it, but it's always been green, and I think it gets to the point where it gets that old that it just stays green no matter what. I'm going to kind of get the scissors, clean up some algae and stuff. I need to get some new Siamese algae eaters because I've mentioned it in a video before. My Siamese algae eaters quit. They just quit their job. They are not eating algae. Like literally one day just bam, stopped. Not even joking. People told me that's what they'll do, and I figured out what size they do that, and it's 2 inches. Hang on, 2 inches is 5 centimeters. They might be just over 2 inches, 2¼ inches, 2½ inches. But it looks like they all stopped at exactly the same time. So pretty much the Siamese algae eaters that are in there are going to become sooty food. Nothing like feeding them to a nice Australian native. I've told my brother-in-law he can have one of the neon blue acaras, and I only want to keep the pair in there. But I've still got the neon blue acara fry for those of you playing at home. And I need to change the settings on the camera for this light. So I'll see you guys after the intro. Alright guys, so I'm probably going to have to make this video over 2 days. I'm going to have to do like the before and tell you what's going on, and then the after might have to be tomorrow because we're going to mess the hell out of the tank. I got no idea what's in here. I'm pretty sure it's background plants. Oh look, there's one of the little baby bristlenose that Ryan from Korean Pet Central gave me. Ignore the fact that it's under 3 centimeters. He gave them to me for free. He's not selling them that size, so don't stress. Hopefully a few of them survive in there. One problem, I trimmed the Retilis back like literally to nothing, and you guys can see there's only like a couple of leaves on the top of everyone. I'm hoping that didn't kill it. I don't think it did. It should have a really good root structure down there. So in theory, if it's like lawn, it should come back really strong. I've given up on all the moss on the wood. It's all pretty much dead. The Vallus, which did really bad for like 12 months, has all of a sudden decided to take off. I'm not really sure why. I don't really like how far forward this piece is here. I might try and move it back. The only problem with this, guys, is I've got to take my shirt off to work on the tank, and I don't really want to have my shirt off on the camera. Hang on. Oh, I might just put a singlet on and I'll just get really wet. Not wet for you guys, wet from the water. Anyway, I got to get rid of this guppy grass somehow. Check this out. So some shrimp and stuff got moved out of one of the 3-foot guppy tanks, and a strand of guppy grass came with it, and now I've got a guppy grass problem. Is it? Yeah, guppy grass, that's what it's called. So I've actually been pulling it out. Look, that piece is actually rooted. I didn't know guppy grass roots. and putting it in this tank. Holy moly, that's a lot colder. Because I want that to be guppy grassed out because there's no filter in there. Where else is guppy grass? There's some behind there. And then the Braziliensis sometimes gets really spindly, and then I start to get confused whether it's guppy grass or Braziliensis. Seeing this, see that bit there? That's Braziliensis. So basically, I need to get this tank looking the best I can because it's my partner's hen's party in 2 weeks, and she wants the tank. One of her requests is this tank looks the best it can for the hen's party. That's achievable. I just need to get some Siamese algae eaters ASAP, as soon as possible, to get rid of this. See, if I start pulling too much here, I'm going to rip the plants out. Luckily, the Braziliensis is well rooted. If anybody's been following the history of the tank, you'll know how old the Braziliensis is. That's been going for probably 12 months, maybe even longer. Time flies when you're having fun, so probably longer than I actually realise. Someone once told me planted tank takes patience. This is actually the first time that I've waited or like planted out long term, and I definitely think my failures in the past is just from impatience, and whatever wise man once told me that is pretty correct. The algae's coming out pretty easy. It looks different to the algae I used to have. Maybe it's a different algae and that's why the Siamese algae eaters aren't eating it. But I'm pretty sure Siamese algae eaters eat string algae. Drop a comment below if I'm wrong. Should have a chat to Blake from Blake's Aquatics about that one. He's one of my plant guys. I've got a couple of plant guys that I use for information. This thing is doing a wicked job at getting this algae out actually. As soon as I get a little bit of algae caught up, that acts like a magnet for the rest of the algae. I don't know what to do about the Vallis. I'd like given up on Vallis, and then I was like, I don't care if it dies. It's on the back of my agenda. I'll just rip it out as it dies, and now it thrives. Can you see that little plant in there, that red one? I really want that to do well. See, this Braziliensis here is almost completely floating. Try bury it a bit. And this is the bit where you start to lose visibility for your viewing pleasure. It's weird how this bit here hasn't grown. I'm pretty happy with the rate of ground cover. I don't like how much of the back you can see at the moment, but obviously the Retalis will grow back in 5 minutes. By 5 minutes I mean a couple of weeks. So if I get a little bit of gravel, oh, there's a divider there, guys. I just tried to pretend my tank was rimless. Just get some gravel on top of this Braziliensis here. That way I try to keep it down. I hate it when it lifts, it looks like crap. Need to get the scissors in there, which means putting half of my head underwater. There's some algae across. What do you call it? There was some algae ridden moss up there that I just got rid of. Alright, so let's get the new plants out. Alright, so I'm sorry yesterday's video is a bit of a late upload. The reason I know that is because I haven't actually uploaded it yet. I didn't get a chance to edit it at work today because I wasn't at the workshop, but sometimes work stuffs with my YouTube regime. Maybe I should get my priorities right. Alright, so these have actually been in here for 2 days, so hopefully they're all alright. He did say be very gentle with them because they're very long, which is quite handy considering I was just telling you. Whoa, that's huge. That is huge. Oh my god. He did say there's like a bit of like blackbeard algae on it because the tank was a bit neglected, but he did show me some nitrate tests, and the tank was actually doing awesome even though it was neglected. Just goes to show how much plants can really do. I've got the names of these written down, but they're on my phone, and as you guys just saw, my phone is editing, so the name of the plants aren't available to me right this second. I think there's only 2 types, don't quote me on that. Oh, I can already see 2 types and I haven't even got this bag out, so there's more than 2 types. Unless this is the same type as that, but just smaller. Who knows? Let's deconstruct this. I'm not going to give you the names until it's deconstructed. I'm not off to a good start. I can't even separate these. So the pieces that don't have roots I'm not going to put in there, because as you guys can see there's already way more plants than I need. That's the same as that. Way more plants than I need here, so I think I can be quite critical. I think these will be good foreground. I kind of want to delete some. Delete. Do you like my word for plants? I'm going to delete some plants out of the tank. Oh, what's that? That looks sick. Hey babe, do you want any input on what plants we put in the tank? She's got music on. Do you want any input on what plants we put in the tank? No, she said no. She said she likes these ones. Lucky there's like 10,000 of them. This is actually... Drop a comment below, but I think this is actually like lots of money worth of plants. Is that a... That's one that I can glue to the wood, hey? I'll put that one aside. I'll put them aside. That one, they're like... Is that... I don't know what they're called. I'm not even going to attempt. I was going to say Java Fern, but I got nothing. There's 3 of them, so I think I can glue them to the wood. I've got super glue. Does that mean we have to take the wood out? Yeah, that's my favourite so far. Look at all these plants. He only gave me 2 names, so I don't know what they are. There's another one of those. There's another one of those. I don't know what that is. I think that's like 3 plants in one there. Is that's babies of them? Oh my god. This is like one of those mystery boxes, but it's a bucket instead. That's his bucket. I've got to drop it back off. Luckily, he only lives around the corner from me. Like literally less than a 3-minute drive. That's that one. The only problem is it's going to mess with my OCD. This tank actually already messes with my OCD. The fact that it's not symmetrical in that, but I feel I just have to go with it. Symmetrical doesn't really seem to look good or is it symmetrical? Yeah. So like I like to have everything even, but this tank definitely isn't the tank for that. I want to try cut some of the vallus out of the front there and get some of these plants like this one in there. This that might be the, I don't even know what's what. Like this little one is a beast. I'm like a kid in a candy store here. Oh, these ones here are cuttings. The only problem with cuttings is they get ripped up in this tank, so they might just end up that I don't think I'll get any traction with them. They'll just end up floating. And just saying, put them in that tank. Yeah, we could cut them right back. The only problem is that tank hasn't got a light at the moment. Alright, so I put the camera down just because I really wanted to go through that pile and select and like just put my mind to it. It looks sick. It's dirty as. Obviously all the leaves need to like flip and like it'll all change direction, so you won't see like the back of the leaves in a few days. But I used heaps of plants. There's one problem, is this neon blue acara. He's a dick. He rips the plants out. So I think that's actually the one that's not the pair. So I might even pull him out. Yeah, it's definitely, he's definitely the one that's not the pair. That's the pair over there. Anyway, I gotta glue stuff to the wood. I got glue. Alright, so if you've never super glued onto wood before, literally just plain old super glue. Hold the plant on the wood. Bob's your uncle. In my case, it's actually my granddad. But it's on. Do that a few times, and you've got 4 plants stuck to a bit of wood. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what super glue. I've used this stuff. It actually hasn't got the label on it. I can't even remember what it's called. It's like industrial grade super glue, and the discus have been fine with it, so I don't think it's a problem. And I've read on Facebook people saying that you can use any super glue. I kind of want one more piece. There's one. It's only a little one, but a little one can turn into a big one over time, especially if you rub it. Alright, I'll get this back in the tank in a sec. Alright, let's see if I can put this wood back in with one hand so I can film it. Alright, so my plan now is we get this piece of wood back in here, we drop it down, I give you a cloudy representation of the tank, and then we actually come back tomorrow. And I'll film the outro tomorrow, so that way I can actually show you the tank when it's clear. What do you reckon? What do you think of it as is? If I hold my hand, bring the camera down. Where's the happy spot? There, I think, so the light's not glaring on the camera. What do you think so far? I would say drop a comment and we'll see tomorrow, but you won't be seeing this video until tomorrow, so you won't be able to drop a comment about what it's going to look like tomorrow. Well, I guess you can if you just pause the video. Oh, there's a bit of guppy grass floating there. It'd be the death of me. Alright guys, you'll have to ignore the noise. I got some chicken on. We know that post-workout protein. Check this out. Alright, where's the happy spot for the light? It looks insane. It looks so good. I'm so happy. It's so much brighter. There's just everything going on. I still need to get some new Siamese algae eaters. Look at the plants. They've got some like black spot algae on them and that, but they're so bright. I used to love the Ritalis, but the Ritalis just makes the tank look dark when, like, it overgrows, but like look how bright green all these plants are. It looks wicked. I'm so happy. I really want this red plant here to do well, but that's actually the cutting. I cut off the original one and the original one died. Even like the moss is, is that Java fern, I think? So bright green, so cool. Alright, I'm going to wrap that one up there, guys. I hope you liked it. Oh, shoot. I didn't get the names of the plants for you. Are you ready? Hold on. 2 seconds. Well, actually, more than 2 seconds. More than 3 seconds, maybe even 4 seconds. Alright, right here. Hygrophila lacustris. That's the... is it lacustris? That's the thin leaf one. And the broadleaf one is Hygrophila temple. Possibly some Java fern too. So I was correct on one plant. That was Java fern. He doesn't mention any of the others. I don't really give a damn about plant names. If it looks cool, it looks cool. I don't even care for what the lighting requirements. If it dies in my tank, it dies, and we try the next plant. In case you haven't noticed, instead of actually learning about plants and picking the ones that suit the tank, I just put every plant in there and see what survives and what dies, and if it survives, I get more of that plant. My brain can only hold so much, guys, and at the moment, cichlids and flower horns are on this side, or this side. I don't know which side. One of you might know which side it belongs on. The other side is full of useless crap, and there's no room for plant names. Sorry. But if you like this video, give a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit that little red button. A lot of people said they can't wait to see me clean the giant sponge filter. Subscribe, and I promise I'll clean that filter in real time. I will not edit the video because a lot of you have requested that. So I'm going to clean it in like a month, I think. We've got to at least give it a month to get it kind of dirty. Anyway, see ya. Peace out.